Alright, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is 13 Scariest Things Ever Caught on Dashcam. Alright, let's check it out.
This police cam footage was taken during a massive wildfire in Sonoma County, California in 2017. Officers are doing what they can to evacuate the public and restore order, but as this brief dashcam video shows, they were up against total chaos at the time.
You're driving into this.
Fire department insurance is that I asked them. He said he is unaware of which way the fire is going. They have so many fires, they can't really keep track at this point, and they also cannot answer.
Listen closely and you'll even hear the dispatcher say that they can't tell which direction the fire is spreading and seems to be genuinely overwhelmed. I have to salute this officer and all of the other brave public officials who willingly charged into a massive blaze to try and help everyone. Number 11.
That right there, literal hero, guys.
It's a peaceful bus ride in the Russian countryside until the large vehicle finds itself surrounded by a countless number of these winged pests.
What? This is my nightmare right here, guys.
Everyone inside is terrified as a swarm of gigantic locusts slam into the bus with enough force to rock its heavy-duty suspension system. The sky darkens and the driver and passengers are all helpless as the bus careens through millions upon millions of these oversized bugs, threatening to veer off course if things get much worse. Eventually, they can see the sun and sky again as they come through the other side of the living insect cloud. Everyone is ultimately unharmed, but understandably very alarmed at what they had just witnessed.
Bro, what is that in the sky? Everything is weird here. All right, what is this in the sky? Right? And secondly, bro, just stop and just hope for them to just pass by so you can drive safely.
If the bus had broken down, for example, then they would have been stranded until the never-ending swarm of locusts had passed. Not to mention what would have happened if the windows had broken. Number 10. A police officer in Lincoln, Kentucky is patrolling the streets when he chances upon something quite strange standing in the middle of the road. A tiny figure runs towards his headlights as soon as he gets out of the car to investigate.
Deputy Jeremy Gatney of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office was on a routine patrol when his headlights shone across something running towards him.
The officer is surprised to find a small child standing in the middle of the road without any adults nearby. He instinctively picks the toddler up, and just moments later, a Mack truck plows by very close to where the child was first spotted. It's a good thing the police officer saw the child first, because I doubt the driver of the tall truck would have noticed until it was too late. Apparently, the child had wandered out the front door of his home when no one was looking and took off down the busy road. The family was extremely relieved to have their child back, and fortunately, they were not charged with neglect. Number 9.
I think neglect should have been an option. Okay, I have security bars on my door on the inside specifically so the kid can't get out.
This YouTuber is fairly sure that he's captured a ghost on his dash cam when he's traveling down a suburban road and sees reflective lights on the right. Watch the parked car on the right to see what I mean.
Parked car on the right.
I personally think it looks like someone could be stepping into his line of movement here. It happens quickly, so I'll play it again in slow motion. Let me know if you see it.
Oh, I see it. It's right here. But, yeah, I don't know. That's a pass, guys. I mean, I think you're just calling anything a ghost now. It's weird, but
when he pulls up to where the lights were, he and his friends are surprised to find nothing's there.
Where did it go?
See, first things first here, guys. If that channel that uploaded this video is like a ghost hunting type channel, then of course they would post a video saying, hey, I found a ghost. Why? Because people will go and watch it. right? They've already found a way into the algorithm based off of the subject matter, so they're going to just keep making content on that very specific topic.
For the car, right?
It's the reality.
Yeah, it was like a
YouTube.
wheelchair or something.
Both of them swear they saw the lights and thought someone was crossing the street. I guess his headlights could have been reflecting off of the parked car, but then again, the angle doesn't exactly seem to match up. Let me know if you see it and what you think it could have been. Number 8. A gigantic streak of lightning in Paducah, Kentucky was so large that it was caught by 2 different police dash cams. The first police car was far away, and its dash cam footage shows just how long this massive lightning bolt was, and the second police car was much, much closer.
If you could go back through it. Well, 2 reasons. One, it would be.
Oh, did it hit him?
The lightning bolt directly hit a nearby residence. Fortunately, everyone inside was alright, but this particular officer will never forget how close he came to being charred alive. Number 7.
All right, so it's not really that odd to find lightning strikes on cameras, all right? When it comes to dash cameras, I'll give you that, unless you're driving through like a thunderstorm, electrical storm. But I get these all the time on one of my property's security cameras, because all the time it's just constant lightning strikes.
A Russian driver is having a casual conversation behind the wheel when suddenly his thoughts are interrupted by a bizarre and unexpected change of events.
What? The sinkhole? Happens a lot over there, though, guys, if that's the case.
A large cement
like bad masonry above like a sewer system, and they just fall right into this constantly. Like a lot of these videos come from here.
Truck just a few cars ahead of them literally plunges below the asphalt as a gigantic sinkhole forms underneath its back tires. The cement truck driver soon comes out and surveys what just happened.
That's called a cover collapse sinkhole.
But there's little for him to do. If anything, he and everyone else should be hurrying to get away from the sinkhole instead of casually observing it. But I don't know what happened next, but hopefully the sinkhole did not grow any larger and everyone made it out okay.
Probably didn't.
Number 6.
Not that one.
This electrifying event occurred in May of 2017 on the northeastern side of Shenyang City.
So it's definitely a lightning strike, but whoa.
A white-hot light showers the street with sparks, but it's not from a blown transformer or down power lines. A bolt of lightning has cracked the asphalt with the type of raw power that only nature can generate. It's a good thing that this street was lined with trees instead of power lines, or else this dashcam video would have almost certainly looked a whole lot worse.
Guys, the thing about fire is, I find fire incredibly beautiful. It just looks like beautiful artwork, right? It's incredibly dangerous at the same time. Do I want to be around it? No, right? But I like looking at fire and sparks and things like that. It's just appealing to my brain.
Number 5. This dashcam footage was taken on a busy road somewhere in India. Nothing looks out of the ordinary until a tiny object performs a bizarre aerial maneuver while hovering above the road. The saucer-shaped object appears to somehow stop and change directions mid-flight. Somehow, none of the oncoming motorists in the other lane seem to notice, which
All right, guys, I have to interrupt him for a second. Based off the quality of the image, it looks like maybe like 144p, probably at best 360p, upscaled to fit my, let's say, 4K monitor. But the point is here, it could easily be a helicopter.
I think it's odd, but maybe it all happened too fast for them to see. If not, then I think this dashcam video might be a fake, but I'm curious to hear your opinion. Number 4. A YouTuber named Alyssa Cross is driving down a local road somewhere in the south when she comes across a person who she has never seen before acting quite strangely by the side of the road.
Yeah, that's called crack.
You can hear the nervousness in Alyssa's voice as she and her friend agree that it looks like this person could have some sort of strange virus. Zombie or not, one can only wonder how many other viral outbreaks began in this exact same casual style of conversation. It appears that if that's not the case, then this person is under the influence of something strong. Alyssa quietly drives past and leaves the stranger behind.
Also, yeah, it definitely looks like they could be under the influence of something absolutely wild, right? But at the same time, it could be someone that's coming out of like, they're just trying to walk again. Maybe they had a stroke and they're learning to walk again. Like, there could be a couple of things here, guys, right? But, all right.
Number 3. This mysterious dashcam footage was taken somewhere in Europe years ago and has been stumping YouTubers across the world ever since. When this car takes a left, you can clearly see that all of the other cars in the opposite lane are at a full stop. In other words, there's absolutely no incoming traffic.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden this happens. The car is suddenly cut off by a second car that appears seemingly
there are lights being shown kind of through here.
Out of nowhere. Keep in mind that 2 other cars were making a right at the same time, and at no point does there appear to be any space for this ghost car to squeeze through. I've watched this video over a dozen times and still have no explanation.
I'm gonna be honest.
So help me out if you have any idea.
Wait, hold on. Let's see when they start braking. Okay? When they start braking. Because it could be an angle issue, right? But if they start braking like before we see this, then I don't know about all of that.
Dozen times and still have no explanation through. I've watched this video over a dozen times and still have no explanation. So help me out if you have any idea how this happened. Number 2.
I don't know.
Ronald
continue.
Wiley was driving down a long stretch of road in West Virginia when suddenly no less than 7 trees simultaneously fall nearly on him. In his blue pickup truck, he's stunned for a moment and then quickly throws the vehicle in reverse because there are live power lines near that look like they could give way at any moment if Ronald had been going just a little bit faster, or if the trees were growing literally just a few inches to the left. Then he no doubt would have been caught in the middle of this and been a goner for sure. Instead of this outcome, he somehow makes it with only minor damage to a windshield wiper. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I'm currently doing a super poll on my Instagram. If you believe ghosts are real, then go to my most recent photo and tap the like button. If you don't, DM me saying why. When you're done, come right back to this video to find out the number 1 entry. Also, follow me on Twitter at YTChills because that's where I post video updates. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person. So if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you.
That's a great idea.
Way you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Sunday. Number 1, it's late at night in the Russian Urals when suddenly the atmosphere itself becomes unrecognizable.
It's localized.
A brilliant flash of reddish yellow light intensifies for a full 15 seconds before dissolving back into darkness as if nothing had happened. Scientists have been able to give no explanation for this occurrence, though this looks like it could possibly be a blast in my opinion. Give me your best guess or let me know if you agree. Either way, this dazzling and silent light show is one of the craziest things I've seen on Dashcam by far.
Okay. Guys, here's the thing. Looking at it. Let me look at it. Yeah. It's extremely localized to this region, right? If it was some type of launch, it would be kind of more, right? Like down slightly and then up at the same time. It could be like something entering into our atmosphere. I'm pretty sure we can also pretty much rule out Aurora Borealis. This is weird. Okay, it is weird. Some type of explosion, potentially, but it would have had to been launched and then exploded. If that makes any sense. Like, that's the only way I personally can think that something like this could happen. If it was some type of meteor or asteroid that was flaming, it would also be leaving a trail, like how the like rockets do. There's so much happening here. It can't be a blown transformer because it would be lower. There's so many issues here that I'm having with looking at this.
So let me know if you agree. Either way, this dazzling and silent light show is one of the craziest things I've seen on Dashcam by far. Surveillance systems are...
Is it silent because... Was it... That's a question here. Was that silent, or was the footage you got silent?
They're supposed to keep you secure, but all too often this feeling of extra safety is simply just an illusion. Bad things can always happen in an instant, and during these types of situations, all a surveillance system can do is document the scary events as they unfold.
But what was bro doing?
This police...
I mean, I get it. He's right, though. I mean, like, never think that you are completely safe, right? Like, door locks, if you follow the lock-picking lawyer, you'll realize instantly here, that lock you have on your door is irrelevant. It just keeps people honest. That's it. That's it. And then the cameras, yeah, they're documenting terrible things that are happening. In fact, right? I mean, hopefully you can use that footage to, allow someone to help find the person who did these terrible things to you. I agree fully. Never think that you are completely safe at all times of the day. Things absolutely can happen. That's the reality, right? But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Guys, let me know which one of these were the most interesting to you. Personally, I find the ghost car one because it doesn't seem to actually have a solid explanation other than maybe the angle that the video was filmed at also could do that. Somebody ran a light. If you did notice during that footage, there was pretty much a gigantic opening, right? Let me actually run it back slightly. This opening here, right? Someone could have easily run that light that's here, right? And then as they're entering in,
when this car takes a left,
like, wait,
you can clearly see,
and we could have missed this happening. But also at the same time, I guess if it was actually coming through, they would see this and start braking. They didn't start braking.
That all of the other cars in the opposite lane are out of full.
Because, like, if you notice, like, pay attention to this part of the car here, right?
Takes a left. You can clearly
there's something here.
You see that all of the other cars in the opposite lane are out of full.
Because it looks like there's something coming based off of how the light is swelling.
Full stop. In other words, there's absolutely no incoming traffic.
Let me see this video again. This is the one that disturbs me.
Then all of a sudden this happens.
When did you start braking? Huh. It could have been a delayed reaction too, because they start braking right here. And we don't see another car. I'm going to go ahead and forecast angle based off of this gigantic opening that someone could have just ran the red light, bro. And it just so happened to be the perfect speed, late reaction time from the driver, a couple of things, guys, right? My opinion, obviously. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.